So things are starting to get back to normal in the United States with housing. Now that's not necessarily a good thing, because what I mean is that the banks are starting to go back to their aggressive collection and foreclosure tactics that existed prior to the beginning of the pandemic in March of 2020. Right now, if you are in a situation that you cannot pay your home, you are back in time in 2019 when the banks could move forward with foreclosure pretty much without any delay. Now, there is a program called HAF, which I've done several videos on this, the Homeowners Assistance Fund, which is a huge pot of money designed to help people in the situation that maybe you're in, where you can't pay your home and you need some money and some assistance to get you back on track. The problem is that HAF, like many government programs, has issues. We're gonna talk about those issues in about 30 seconds. So there's a lot of hopeful homeowners out there who applied for HAF and have either been turned down or are in some sort of weird limbo state, which is extremely stressful when you have the bank breathing down your neck month after month, sending you letters and possibly already starting a foreclosure action against you. Now, we're gonna go through some of the issues that people are having with HAF. We are about 7 months from the official beginning of HAF, which started in the beginning of this year in January. Most states, if not all the states, have already implemented the HAF program. Now, in order to get HAF money, there are things you have to do prior to applying, but we're gonna talk about that specifically in a second. However, a lot of people have already applied and they face some issues. The biggest issue that I've seen from people and telling me from this channel and from talking to my clients is delay. Delay is the biggest issue, I believe. People applied many months ago and they still have not received either an answer or any money. The problem with this is that obviously time is of the essence. Time is important when you are in a foreclosure situation. Time is actually the most important factor because you don't have any time. And the banks and the government is slow walking this money, which I don't understand why, but that is the biggest delay. That is the biggest issue, the delay. Now, what can you do about it? Really, you can't really do much. However, you can do one thing, which I think is the most important thing. What you have to understand about HAF is that you must apply first with your bank for a loan modification or some sort of assistance. The bank has to either deny you or no, the bank has to deny you in order for you to get HAF. So the biggest delay, I think, is that people have not done this first step. They have not applied for the loan modification first, which basically applying directly to HAF will put you in a limbo or will immediately deny you. Hopefully they immediately deny you and they tell you what to do, but sometimes they'll just keep you there for months because you have not done the first step. You have not applied for loan modification first with your bank. Now, if you have done that and you are getting another crazy letter, which basically another thing I don't understand, but you might be facing this, is that your bank does not participate. Now, this is one of the weirdest things that I've encountered. Why would a bank not participate in a program that essentially is going to pay them what you owe? I don't understand why that is. However, I have heard from people and have seen it where people have put on their little Aaron Brockovich hat and advocated for themselves. They have gone out into the world and written letters to their bank basically saying, hey, what the hell are you doing? You need to give me this assistance. You need to participate in HAF so that I can get the money that I need to pay you. I can't pay you any other way, so please participate in HAF so that I can apply first to you for loan modification, which I'm pretty much going to tell you that if your bank is not participating in HAF, they're probably not very good at doing loss mitigation loan modification applications. So you need to get yourself, like I said, advocating for yourself. Write a letter straight to the CEO saying, hey, this is my loan number. I've applied for HAF. They're telling me you do not participate. Please participate in this program. I have seen it work, so this is not a waste of time. Just like Erin Brockovich, the movie that we've all seen, went out and got something for her clients and herself, you can do the same thing for yourself. You need to advocate for yourself, write a letter, get yourself in front of somebody who can make a decision to assist you. Now, this is the biggest problem that I've seen with HAF. HAF is a great program because it's pretty much free money. Sometimes you have to hold on to the house for a few months, for a few years before you can sell it and keep the money for free, but essentially it's free. You don't have to pay this back. This is a grant. However, the problem with HAF is that they are limited. The HAF grants are not unlimited, meaning that the HAF grant potentially could be too small to cover the arrears, the amounts of money that you owe. This is pretty much, I think, the most gruesome problem, the biggest problem people have, that they go through the whole process, they applied for loan modification, they got denied, they went to the state, they asked for the HAF grant, and then the state says, yeah, great, you qualify. However, the $50,000 that we can give you isn't enough to cover the full arrears, therefore we don't give you anything. Now that's super unfortunate, because that puts people in a very bad situation. Now, what do you do if you are in that situation? The HAF grant is not enough. Now, the first thing you need to do is go back to your bank, because I'm gonna give you a little secret. You can reapply for loan modifications. Just because you got denied once doesn't mean that you'll get denied again. Sometimes the denial is not for reasons that are deadly. Sometimes it's just that you didn't fill out the forms properly. So if you need assistance, there are people out there that do help people with loan modifications, or you can just do it yourself. I've done videos on how to do your own loan modification. You can check those out. But you should reapply for loan modification, because reapplying for loan modification could be your shortcut to saving your home. So make sure you do that. Now, if the HAF grant is $50,000 and what you're short to get yourself up to date is 10 grand or some amount of money, figure that amount of money out and borrow the money. You can borrow, maybe, I know I'm saying this, you're like, this guy's crazy. Who am I gonna borrow money from? I'm just giving this, I'm telling you, because some people do have people out there who might lend them money. You also have credit cards, you might have some money there, or your 401k. Remember, 401k, if you're in a foreclosure situation, you can take money with no penalty for a foreclosure situation. Talk to your 401k advisor, the people that deal with your 401k, but you can get disbursements or loans from your 401k if you are in a foreclosure situation to avoid a foreclosure, and you can avoid penalties. This last thing, this is where people don't like to go, but it is an option, which is a Chapter 13 repayment or reorganization plan that you can talk to a bankruptcy lawyer in your area about. This is basically a way to force the bank to take your money over 5 years, 3 or 5 years, and to extend what you owe over that time. It is pretty much a very good way to save your home if you have no other options. Now, again, the whole basis of my channel is for you to do this stuff on your own and for you to figure out the best position, the best way to save your home. The best way to save your home is to communicate with your bank and never, ever, ever give up in this process. Giving up will surely, you'll end up with your home in a foreclosure and being sold at auction and you being removed from the home. Don't give up. I have had clients the day before the sale of their home come to me, and I was able to, even in that situation, through processes of bankruptcy and other ways, to basically save their home in the end. So don't give up. Make sure that you are positive about the situation, because there are ways, and HAF is a good program if you know how to manage it and how to get through some of the issues that we talked about. Thank you very much.